So,
Hello, before we start, I just want to apologize for Aisha's inconsistent audio. She's getting a new mic soon. So please endure the first episode. Thank you. Oh, and also please like and subscribe.
something really, to me is really amazing. I was so shocked it happened. Something good. I was so shocked. I was on the floor, jaw dropped. I was like, oh my God. I touched my toes without bending my knees for the first time today.
Wow.
I'm not a flexible person. And I never, people can touch their toes. I can never.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't specifically stretching for it or anything. But today I was going to do my workout, upper body saja. And then I was also stretching out my lower because I was sore from yesterday. And, I just did that. I did it again. And then it clicked. I was like, wait, I'm not bending my knees. I just touched my toes. And then there's a mirror here. So I pulled it so I can see myself. And I did it again. I touched my toes.
Well, have you been training for that?
No, I have not. I have not specifically ada there is specific stretches that you can do to be target that move touching your toes. I haven't been specifically doing for that. I just stretch if I'm sore. And my what do you call that? My warm up includes some stretches active hamstrings, those. And then I was genuinely so shocked. No kidding. I was in awe. I was and I did it maybe another 100 times. I was just doing again and again and again to make sure I'm not dreaming. Because I've never been able to do that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think if you lose weight, maybe it's part of losing weight, I guess. Because I remember when I lost weight before, I was able to touch my toes as well. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because of the stretches you do after your workouts.
I think it's possibly because of the stretches.
Yeah.
Before, when I was not heavy, when I was a normal weight, I still can't do it. I still couldn't do it. As a child also, I couldn't do it. As far as I can remember. And then I did it. And I'm still in shock. It's still I'm oh my God. It shows that, when you put in the work, even though I wasn't actively working for it, I did do stretches though. You put in the work and it pays off. And I'm just happy about that.
Of course, you should be.
So how's your, did you hit any PRs? Improvements in your lifting?
Well, I mean, there are improvements, yes, but no PRs yet. Because still gaining back my strength. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe, sorry, I'm too far. Maybe in a few months, maybe next year, I'll hit a PR. I'm also planning to join a competition sometime.
Like a powerlifting competition?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Then you'll have to progress on from that. Another update, I mean, I told you, but I'm crushing on white men recently. And it's just the weirdest thing for me because these men are my type. And Korean men, and then suddenly I'm crushing on oh no, my Korean men. I'm crushing on white men. I'm crushing on Harry Moore, the one I told you about. Another YouTuber called Brandon William. And I don't know why.
I know him.
You know him? I like him.
Know him.
And I've been suddenly in love. And I don't know how to help it. I think it's just me being lonely. Possibly. But
maybe.
yeah, that's...
Or maybe you started to like other races.
I mean, I did...
ethnicities.
I was predominantly crushing on white men before I got into K-pop.
Right.
And then I got... Not K-pop, Korean stuff in general.
And
then this is the first time in a very, very long time that I found a white man attractive. But I think it's not their looks, it's their personality. Personality matters. Anyways, rambled on too long. Let's introduce ourselves. This is a new channel podcast thing. So yes. Hi guys, my name is Aisha. I'm 22 and I am one of the co-hosts of this thing that we don't have a name for it yet. I hope we have one before we upload this. But we'll call it Aisha and Fuad's talking thing for now.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, your
Sounds
turn.
good. Sounds good. What do I say? All right. Well, I'm Fuad. I'm 22. Oh, no, I'm turning 22. Whenever this video is uploaded. Uh, I'm currently in Malaysia studying for taking bachelor's for and taking license for piloting,
Mhm.
and I don't know. That's about it, really.
Anything
Yeah.
interesting that you want to share about yourself?
Anything interesting? I like to do a lot of things. I like to play video games. I like to make music. I like to sing. Sometimes I play the ukulele. But yeah,
Can we
that's
accept
about it.
can we expect a song to come out soon? A cover? Because I heard a little birdie named Fuad told me that he was recording a cover just now.
Maybe we'll see. Because
Okay.
whenever I record, I listen back to my my voice, and I get
Mm-hmm.
really insecure, and then I think it's really bad, and
Uh-huh.
then I send to like one of my friends for them to
Mm-hmm.
listen. You get their opinion. They say it's nice, but then I still disagree with them, and
I think yeah,
them saying
happens.
that it's nice, it doesn't really make me feel any more confident about myself. So I don't know. We'll see.
Internally, it comes from the inside, the confidence.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can sing on a stage, but I cannot record myself. That's the
Because you
thing.
hear
That's my
yourself,
problem.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's fine. It's fine. Happens,
yeah.
happens. Okay. Shall we move on to the questions that
Okay, sure.
we, not a lot, but we have some. So I'll start and then
Yes.
you can go afterwards.
All
So
right.
the first question, what do you think of veganism? I
What do you
don't,
think? You want to go first?
I actually, genuinely, I don't have an opinion.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean, I've heard some stuff about veganism, like because
Mhm.
I've been watching like fitness videos and stuff, but I don't really care about it, honestly. I
Yeah,
mean, if you
same,
want to
same.
be vegan, then just do you, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Because I was like really pondering this just now while I was cooking. Because I was cooking chicken, and I was like, veganism. I just don't care if you want to have vegan. Like, if you want to be vegan, that's your choice. But like
Yeah.
those like people who like push veganism down your throat. They're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
save
Yeah.
the animals, be vegan, and they're like really like aggressive about it. That I don't think is like appropriate
Of course.
necessarily.
You shouldn't really force anything on anyone.
Yeah, exactly. So that I'm not sure about. But in
Hmm.
general, if like people choose veganism, being a vegan, I think that's like okay. My brother is
Hmm.
kind of like a vegetarian. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I don't think it matters to you either.
Yeah. I mean, there's a difference, right, between veganism and vegetarianism. Is that the word?
Vegetarianism?
Vegetarianism. I don't know. Okay, well, let's just go with
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Vegan is when you don't consume any animal products, and vegetarian is you do eat like eggs and milk. Like those are
Eat
animal
some dairy
products still. Yeah.
products. Yeah.
So if I'm not
Right.
mistaken. So yeah, that's what
Thanks.
it means.
Okay.
Anyways, moving on to your question.
Well, this question, I'm pretty sure it's directed towards me, but you can answer it as well.
Okay.
This person's asked, stay single forever or get married.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. How about you? What's your answer?
For me, I, for now,
Mm.
uh, I'm okay with being, alone.
Mhm.
But I do want to get married in the future. When I have
Eventually, so you have
my
like
own
that
family.
mindset.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, let me answer it first. So
Okay.
I, how do I say this? I do want someone, but at the same
Uh-huh.
time, I don't want anyone. It's not at the same time. What I mean is sometimes I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to have someone to like talk to. Like they're your person in a sense. They're like,
Hmm.
But I also
Mhm.
don't want to be anyone else's person.
Okay.
I want someone, but I don't want anyone to want me. That makes absolutely no sense.
So basically, isn't that what you're doing right now? Like with, the YouTubers and the K-pop guys.
But they're not. I'm watching them through a screen. They're not. They're not real people to me. I can't go and touch them.
So you're talking about people you can touch.
Like people that I can see. Actually, even in my own head, it doesn't make sense. It's just that I don't think I'm a relationship girlfriend/wife material at all. I think I'm just not suited for it. I'd rather get married.
Why do you say that?
I just don't. I mean, look at me. I'm single. There's a reason why I'm single. Don't look at me like that.
No, because I remember you being in a relationship.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't really know anything much about that. So I mean, and I don't want to ask what happened or anything, but
that was it.
Like,
It's not because of past relationships. It's
Oh,
not
it's
because
not.
of that. The reason why I'm like this right now is not because of the past. It's just me right now because I'm so comfortable with being by myself that I don't want to ruin it for me. You know, just in case.
but like what, like haven't you ever thought about like having your own children or grandchildren maybe?
Here's the thing, right? That's what I wanted to get touch on because there was a question. It was actually from my do you call it not gonna lie or NGL, the anonymous?
Same thing.
Okay, that thing, where someone asked, do you want kids eventually? And then afterwards in the IG questions, they said thoughts on having kids and where's the other one? Why don't you want kids? The thing is, even if I do like get married, whatever, I don't want to have kids. Do you?
Yes.
I did. A long time ago, I was like, I want to be a mother. You know, like I had like those kind of dreams. But now I don't think I will. I genuinely don't. I mean, the future can change. I admit that. I acknowledge that. I accept that. But as of right now, I don't think I'll ever have kids. And I don't think I ever want to have kids. One, I don't want to put my body through that. Pregnancy is traumatic.
Right.
Not that I know how it feels. But I don't want to do that. I just, no. Adoption? Yeah, maybe. But like, raising an actual person, knowing that I have to give my best and knowing that at times I might not be able to give my best, that is the part that I'm scared of. I'm like, what if I don't give the best? You know, what if my kids feel like me when I was younger? Because when I was younger, like, I know I'm like not really, I don't have a good relationship with my parents before. Now it's fine. It's like, okay, but like, I don't want to have kids and have potential. How do I phrase this? I don't want them to ever experience that. So instead of me worrying about being a good parent, let me just not have kids.
Fair enough. I mean, I understand your reasoning. I did have something to say about that though, about the not doing your best thing. For me personally, I think that we're not perfect, you know. So of course we're gonna make mistakes. And if we don't do our best, that's sorry about that. Then it's normal. It's not really something that you should think about too much. I mean, of course you can think about it, but then you should after that you should improve on it. You know, that's just my take on it.
I still don't want to have kids. I
mean, I
don't
respect
think it's
that.
for me either. Yeah.
I
was gonna say
understand.
something else. Oh right, I was gonna say that, like, look at the state of the world right now. Scientists say we have 5 more years to save the world, and if not, we're all gonna die soon.
Is that a proven fact?
No,
Where did you hear that from?
there was the what do you call that? Strike?
What?
Riot? Where like they're like, hey, let's I forgot what it was. I'll put it on the screen if I find it. But it was when the scientists are like, they were like trying to bring awareness that, I don't know if it's like a true fact or like what the entire story is, but what I remember is that they were like, we need to take steps to reduce like climate change, this and that, in the next 5 years. And if we don't succeed, then we're going downhill from there. I mean, we can clearly tell that the temperature is increasing. You know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it reached 50 degrees Celsius in Dubai as of recent. So when I'm like, you know, looking at that, looking at this, looking at society, looking at this and that, considering, do I really want to bring a new life into the world? It seems silly to me to do that.
Yes.
I mean,
I guess.
I hope that doesn't stop you from having kids in the
No,
future.
it's not. It's not. No. Because I, as much as I think that, people don't really know how to take care of the earth, the world, I guess, the earth. I believe that people can change. Even if they don't change, maybe I have faith in the scientists that, they can probably do something. They're smart people, I guess. They're smarter than me, so.
The thing is, they can't do anything without us, without the general population
I know.
doing something.
They'll figure it out. I have faith.
We just put the entire responsibility onto the scientists.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job, Fuad. We're all gonna die.
One of the questions. This question's for me. Other than piloting, what are your second career choices? That's a good question. I initially wanted to do psychology. I wanted to become a psychologist, or maybe like a therapist, psychiatrist. That's why I took psychology during A levels. So that's kind of my second career choice. But right now, I'm just focusing on piloting. But to be honest, if I do have the time and the money, I would definitely want to get a degree, maybe even a PhD in psychology, if I have the time. So we'll see. I mean, there's, like, what's it called? Part-time university, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
touching on that exact same thing. I met a friend this morning, and they're like, "So what's your future plan?" And I was like, "Okay, so my want, like, I want to get like a certificate in English teaching, like teaching English, like teach English as a foreign language, that certification, because you can go to different countries and then like teach English there, travel while working, something like that." And this degree that I have I'm doing right now is also just like a backup. I want to say I want to apply for masters in media and entertainment in the future. Maybe. I mean, I hope I can get a scholarship, but I want to do that. If I don't, I want to apply for masters in psychology. It's also like something that I'm hoping that I will eventually be able to do. And if both of those can't happen, then I'll use the degree I have right now, get a job, save up money, and then pay for like a master's. But I don't think my career, like, I'm a business major. I don't think my career will be business related in the end. My goal is to get rich and settle down in a country that I like, which for now is Canada. It's like, But psychology, that's why I wanted to touch on that.
Okay. So, what about, speaking of psychology and business, what about you pursuing business psychology?
No. We had that topic in A-level psychology, didn't we? Consumer behavior.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
No?
It's interesting, but I just don't, as much as I want to, I just don't want to go into the business world. And right now, as of now, that's what I think. If I could avoid it, I will.
Can I ask why you want to avoid the business world?
I don't know. It is the most, like, I would say, the profitable route, I think. But
maybe, perhaps.
I don't know. I feel so tired of it.
Because
I mean, I've been doing business since I was like 15. Up until now, I still do, and I'm a business major. And I'm just fatigued.
You don't enjoy it. Or do you enjoy it?
It's not that I don't enjoy it. I'm kind of good at it. I do enjoy it. But do I really see myself doing it? No. I think that's why. There's a thing that I kind of do where I imagine myself doing it. And if I don't see it, I'm like, maybe that's not right.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, when at one point, before, like a few years ago, when I was like all down and not really happy with anything, I couldn't see myself living to an age of like 25 plus plus plus. Like I couldn't see myself doing it. It just does. I couldn't like, no matter how much I forced myself to like imagine it, I couldn't. It was just how it was. But now that I'm healthier and like I'm like happier, I can. So it's like that's just how my brain works. So circumstances right now, I don't see myself doing it. So maybe it'll change in the future. I'm always open to things changing in the future.
I think it will. I think it will.
Which part?
I don't know. Anything. Because judging from what you just told me, I mean, you tend to change your mind a lot. So
Yeah. Yes.
I think
I
you'll
get bored
definitely
easily.
change it. You get bored easily.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, moving on. Someone asked, if you had your own planet, what and how would you like it to be?
Want to go first? Do you have anything?
Uh, actually, I don't. If I had my own planet, if I was the monarch of the entire planet, I wouldn't want that responsibility. I
Exactly.
just
That's what
throw
I
it to
thought.
someone else. Let me live my life.
Like, I just want to do my own thing, you know?
I want to be in power. I do like being like in power, being the authority, but a planet. I have to make what? No,
Too much of a responsibility.
no, yeah, yeah.
Like, one country is enough, is big enough. But
Uh-huh.
one planet, it's crazy.
Okay, how about this? What is your ideal society? Not necessarily like a planet, but let's say the world is society, and like your ideal society.
My ideal society. Ooh.
You know, we have a lot of problems, right? Like, what would you fix, and what are the most important things that you would want to fix?
Oh, wow. I have not thought of that. But off the top of my head, I think I just want people to be nice. That's literally
Yeah.
all I want, to be honest.
Same.
Because I mean, I know you don't play games a lot, but I play a lot of video games. I meet a lot of people online. Nah, I just I don't know. I mean, I don't know what happened to them. I don't know how the parents raised them.
Oh,
I just I'm just
questionable
disappointed.
actions. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's it.
That's sad. I also have the same like thing. It's just that I think some people have like the potential to be a nice person. It doesn't hurt them. It's not gonna tax them anything. It's not gonna hurt them at all. But they just choose not to be nicer, and I just that frustrates me because like my goal, if it's not, I mean, I do try even if it's like taxing on me to be the like nicest version of myself, to help out as much as I can, as much as like my ability. I do understand the part like how why people don't want to do it, but I'm still like try to be nicer. I don't know, be nicer.
Like, there's nothing wrong with being nice.
But
Nothing wrong with an act of kindness.
some people like don't have the what's the word, altruism. Do you remember that?
I
We learned
remember,
this
but
in
I don't remember what
psychology.
it means. I don't remember
It's
what
the
it means.
it's the want to help without like it's you're like pure about it. You're not expecting anything in return. So I help you. I'm just helping you. There's nothing that I want, but I'm just helping you.
Yeah.
I think like especially these days, I feel like there's a group of people that are like very altruistic. They're like, I want to do good. And then there's also the more increasing number of people that are like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be. They care about themselves and only themselves, which to a certain extent is a good thing, because I do think like caring for yourself is like really important, and being selfish is like acceptable, but like if it doesn't tax you to do this, which is a nice thing, I still think people should do it. But then again, it's an opinion. I'm pretty sure there's like other people who think otherwise. So
Right.
it's just
Yeah. I mean, I
something
agree with you. But there's one thing I want to add, though. Yes, there's nothing wrong with being selfish and taking care of yourself. But to me, I think there are limits. as there are limits to anything really.
I think
So you
if it's hurting other, you being selfish is hurting other people unreasonably,
Mm-hmm.
then that's like maybe crossing the line. But if you're being selfish for your own good, like
You're
it's
not
reasonable that
harming other
you're,
people.
yeah. I mean, even if you are harming other people, I'm not saying like harming as in like something like huge, but like if you are harming other people, but within a reasonable limit or within a reason with reason, I think that's okay. Because in the end, you're the one living for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if other people expect you to do otherwise, but you're the one getting hurt, I don't think that's right. So I think selfishness, there's like a time and place, and like, yeah,
Definitely. This one, it's kind of a broad topic, I guess.
yeah, it is. I think we
Discuss
can make an
that for a
entire
while.
other episode on selfishness.
Yeah.
So
Okay, next
yeah.
question.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Oh, as while you're looking, let me just add there will be timestamps below. So if you have something that you just want to skip over, just feel free. And make sure to like and subscribe. I never said this
Yeah.
in my podcast because it was not necessary. I didn't care, but this is necessary. Please support.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question. Oh, it's not actually a question, but it's more of a topic. We've actually talked about this in the previous episode. It's about gym.
Mm-hmm.
This person said gym since you both are working out. Yeah, that's what they asked. Yeah. Is there anything you
Shall
want to
we?
say?
The thing is, I do want to make an episode on Crackheadoholics. I want to make an episode about like my fitness journey. What if we bring that topic here and I talk about my journey to you? Right?
Why not?
Something to consider. But I don't want to. Should we touch on it? What do we say? What about the you know what? We'll make another episode. I think the next episode will be on
That's
like
fine.
my fitness / weight loss / health journey.
Okay.
Okay, to that person, please watch the next episode. It'll come out like we don't know. But
All
yes.
right. Okay, so there's two more for me. These topics though. Abortion. They want to talk about abortion. They want us to talk about abortion. I mean, I don't really.
I don't think
I don't
we
really feel
can touch on
comfortable
it.
talking about it.
You neither.
Yeah.
Because it involves
So-
like religion, which I don't want to touch. It's not something that I want to touch at all.
Yeah, it's quite a sensitive topic.
Yeah. But I do have my own opinions on it, but I don't want to verbalize it. Because
Yeah.
Religion.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. That's exactly.
let's skip that. Let's not go there.
Okay.
Sorry,
to the
person.
person. The last topic that I have is inflation on markets nowadays.
Why is it so business?
It's for you, not exactly for me. I mean, I don't know much
Hey,
about. I don't keep up with these.
hey, it's for everyone. You live in the
Well,
society.
that's true. That's true.
The market inflation is everyone experiences it. I don't know much about it, but I guess I know more than normal people would. I guess.
Right.
Yeah. So, Fuad, quiz time. What is an example in Brunei of inflation?
I don't know. I don't know.
You do. You definitely do. It's impossible if you don't. Excuse me while I drink some water.
I don't. In
You
Brunei?
do.
Do I?
Nasi Katoks. It's 150 now.
Serious?
Oh.
I don't know
Dude,
that. How am I supposed to know that?
You left in
Last time-
April.
Yeah.
You
But then the Nasi Katoks that I bought was $1.
are you sure?
Yeah.
I
Like nearby my house, they were $1.
maybe it's a tutong
I mean
thing.
that like previously before that they raised the price to 150, and I
Uh-huh.
went back and then they dropped the price to $1 again. I don't know. That's the last time I remembered.
But as far as I know, as far as the shops that I go to, if it's $1, it's super small. It's like the chicken is like really small, and then rice and then sambal. But the general one is 150 in almost every place I go to is 150, and they have a notice up front they say, hey, ingredients have increased in price, so has our selling price. So it's 150 in, I think, in most places, especially like in the Bandar Brunei Mara area. So that's an example of inflation. What do I think about it? I don't think it's something to ponder over. It's not something that we can change by ourselves. You know, it's the economy. So,
Yeah.
and then I don't really know like the nitty bitty details of that like inflation. But what I do know is that what we have right now is also inflation back, like, compared to like what we had 50 years ago. You know how they're like, oh, I only carried 30 cents in my pocket and I bought this and that. So
Yeah.
like before, when we were in school, like $1 was like pretty much enough, you know, for the day, because you can get get enough food for that. But now I don't think $1 is enough.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, so that's just how the world works. The value of money decreases, so everything becomes more expensive because money, the value of like dollars, is lower. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Took me a
So
while to process it, but I got it.
But yeah, I think I don't really have much of an opinion on it. There's something we can do about it. Can we do anything about it? No. As far as I know, we can't. Like normal people can't.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the inflation part.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. So I have something. It's not a question, but I got this in my not gonna lie thing.
Okay.
Where I ask people like what's their first impressions of me, and they're like, I said aside from Indian, you know, that's one of my identities, unfortunately, and they're like, aside from Indian, I can describe you as a young lady. I'm so posh. Who attempted several new hobbies and a very good driver. Your brownies taste good too. I'm actually really curious of who said this. Like, who said that? And I want to touch on the hobbies part, because when I was reading this, I just received my embroidery kit.
What is that?
Embroidery! If you're like Fuad, I'll put it up on the screen what embroidery means.
Is
I'll
this
put
the
it up right
loading?
there.
I don't know what's
You know when
I mean,
you
okay, never mind. You can continue.
I don't have anything here that's embroidered. You know, like, you know, if there's a logo here and it's like stitched, it's embroidery.
Oh.
You know, it's not printed. It's the sewing itself.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I know what it is. I just don't know what it's called.
Oh my god. Maybe we should have another episode of me teaching you things.
Okay, yeah, sure. I like that. I'd like that for sure.
Anyways, embroidery machines can do it. You know, like Nike, let's say, it's like machine done, but you can also do it by hand. And the thing is, I wanted to learn it because I was like, I need a new hobby. And when I was reading this, I got that like kit. I was like, I just got it that day. Like I ordered it, it arrived, and I was like, I was reading that, and I was also like looking at my skateboard. Did you know that I got a skateboard?
I've seen your stories.
So there's an obsession that I have with like attempting new hobbies. Embroidery. I did crocheting. I want a skateboard, and I want to like do so many other things. With that, on that note, is there something that you want to do?
Is there something that I want to do?
Yeah, like a new hobby that's like you've never done before.
Right. Right. Is there something I want to do? Yes, actually. I've actually wanted to do parkour
Oh yeah.
ever since I was, I think, 12 years old. But I haven't really had the proper training for it. And I'm scared of getting hurt.
Yeah, same. I actually really wanted to do parkour too.
Yeah. I'm not scared of like getting scrapes and everything. I'm just scared of breaking my neck or breaking my bones, basically. That's the only thing I'm scared of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what I want to do that I haven't done yet. I have like trained for it before, but it was, yeah, nothing.
Uh,
It didn't come in anything of it.
is there like a Malaysian parkour club that you can join, perhaps? I think if you search up on Facebook, there
Yeah,
should be one.
probably. Yeah, I'm also like searching for powerlifting gyms. I mean, as in like where a lot of powerlifters go to.
Yeah,
I
I get
really
what you
want to
mean.
make some powerlifting friends. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, of course, I want to just make friends in my regular gym, but it
Mm-hmm.
would be fun to train with someone.
Yeah, I
How
get
we
what you
did
mean. I
in
get
Brunei.
what you mean.
Yeah.
UBD had a parkour club, but at that time, I was like at my heaviest, and I
Oh.
was like, I can't do this. Look at me. I mean, but I think if I were to attempt it, like train for it, maybe
Mm-hmm.
now, I may be able to do it because I am fitter, lighter, and like more agile and more flexible. Who can pick up shit from the floor without bending her knees? Me. But one thing I hate about like learning new things is the learning curve. I have to take my
Um,
time. I have to learn it, and that sometimes just irks me. I know it's a necessary process. You can't skip that, obviously. But I'm just like,
yeah.
why can't I just be good at this? Like, I was skateboarding, and yesterday was the first time I could like skate once, get on skate, and push myself again, and go like a bit
Mhm.
fast. It took me like 3 days, three not consecutive days, like 3 different sessions of me being able to do that. That's a learning curve, and that just irks me. Like, I don't like the learning curve. I just want to be good at things like immediately. Impossible. I know. You don't even have to. You don't have to give me that look. I know what I'm saying is like kind of dumb, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's.
Very.
I just. I don't like it.
Well, I think that's part of the learning curve. In my opinion, is part of the fun.
That's what my friends said too. They're like, it's fun learning things. I do agree, but it is still annoying. It's fun, but it's annoying
Yes, it is annoying. Yes, especially
because
if you get it. Especially if you don't get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part.
Like, speaking of learning curves, I told you, I also talked about this in the previous episode that I've been skipping rope.
Mm-hmm.
So this, wait, 2 months ago was actually the first time I started skipping rope. I
Mm-hmm.
have skipped rope when I was younger, but it was not really. That it wasn't even a week for me
Mm-hmm.
to quit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just recently started doing it consistently, and yeah, it was quite annoying, especially when when I skip, it hits my feet, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's just really frustrating every time it hits.
Mm-hmm. It hurts
Yeah,
too. So,
that's why you wear shoes.
oh, I think during my skipping phase, I don't wear
Mhm.
shoes because it keeps
Isn't
hitting
it?
my shoes. So I'd rather just skip
Oh,
barefoot.
doesn't it
That was
hurt
when I
though?
was doing it. So I never really did it for a long time. I did it like short
Right.
period of time.
Yeah.
That was the word I was looking for. I'm sorry.
But
And
didn't it hurt when you didn't
it
use
does,
shoes?
especially like the plastic ones. The rope ones are too slow, far too slow. They're not good for skipping anyway. But the plastic one, the one that's like speed ropes, those hurt.
Mhm.
But I prefer barefoot. Not for a long time because I don't do it for a
Because
long time. I only do it for a maximum of 10 minutes.
like
I
in
just
a
find it more
row, like,
comfortable.
or there are
I
stops in
do have
between.
breaks. I do have
Oh,
breaks.
okay.
I can. I saw you mentioned you can do right now. You can do 100 in a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah.
I can do maybe up to 300 in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's as far as I can go before I tire, before my calves tire. But I stopped skipping because of my calves, because I have big calves, so I don't want to make
Mm-hmm.
them any bigger. Actually, really want to make them smaller, but that's like
Oh.
hard to do. So
Is that like a woman thing?
I think it's a weight loss thing
No, I mean, like, why do you want to make it smaller or
because
not
they're
bigger?
big. They're if you look at my legs, they're like my thighs are smaller now,
Uh-huh.
but my calves are like not proportionately smaller. They're not like my calves are big too.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not like proportioned. It's like I don't really like the look of it, so it's just a personal thing.
But do
It's
you,
not,
do you
it's
like
not as-
do you like the look of big calves in general or no?
No. I mean, on other people, it's not something I look for. On myself, it's not something I care. If I don't lose my
Right.
calf fat, it doesn't matter to me. But if I can,
Right.
that would be a good thing.
Right.
So, jumping rope, incline walking. The thing is, I'm obsessed with hiking. So, like incline, like even running on treadmill, I don't do it on incline. No incline things as much as possible. Like I kind of neglect my calves as much as I can, so that muscles don't grow. But there's, it makes no sense. What am I saying? But I still want them to be strong.
Okay, I think what the word you're looking for is not stronger, but you want it to be, you have more endurance for your
Yeah.
calves.
So it doesn't really matter. It's not a big deal per se. It's just
I mean,
something
but
that I.
like for gym bros, it's like we're gonna look at your calves, man.
Yeah, because
Like you
men
got a
don't
big
have
body but
legs.
small legs. I mean,
Yeah, because men have chicken legs. Most of them, they're like, and then
exactly.
they're like,
That's why you gotta
no
don't
legs.
skip leg day. Don't skip leg day.
We'll talk more about that on the next episode. Let's not talk about it right now. But
Right.
yes, so we are done with the questions that people asked. Not many people asked, unfortunate. But let's move on because I have some questions. So my question is maybe a bit touchy, but we'll see. We'll see. What is your biggest insecurity?
My biggest insecurity. I think just my appearance in general.
Because
Because I remember when I was younger, I used to have a crush on this girl, and I confessed to her, and then she said that was ugly. So after that, my confidence just went downhill after that. Yeah.
oh, come on. It's been years. You're not ugly. I know that. I can confidently say that you're one of the most. Can I say most? Yeah, one of the most handsome men I've seen. For real. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, but
If anyone asks if I have a handsome friend, I'll be like, yeah, look, Fuad.
a lot of people say that I'm good looking, but it's like trauma, like from what I just can't get over it.
That's
because
I'm so sorry.
no, it's
But I get what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
like getting rejected like a lot of times as well as it doesn't make you feel good about yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
I relate, like 100%, because I, being Indian after all, in a Malay predominant society, of course, like I was bullied for it. I've talked about this before in the Crackheadoholics podcast. I do want to touch on it in the next episode, but I've had that too, and like on my body, beauty standards and things like that. Like I used to be insecure about everything, but right now with where I am, like mentally, it doesn't really affect me as much. Actually, it doesn't really affect me at all. Sometimes, like maybe once in a while, I look at it and I'm like, oh, I hate that. I used to be really insecure about my hands. I hated that my knuckles were like dark, but they're supposed to be, they're folds. Then I hated my hands in general. I think they look like man hands. But since I changed how my brain works, I did not change how my brain works. I changed how I thought. I kind of really, really like my hands now. Like I look at them, like I stare at them sometimes. Just I don't. Do other people think they're attractive?
Hands.
Yeah. Do other people think it's attractive? Doesn't matter. I think it's pretty cool. I think they're strong. Yeah. And like it's kind of big. It doesn't matter. But like it's like reliable. It is. It's like average men size.
Small.
I have short fingers. I have short fingers, big palms.
Oh.
They're like, if I'm not mistaken, 18 centimeters or 17 centimeters. I actually do have a measuring tape, but yes. They're bigger than average people's hands. Average women's hands. So, which is fine now. Like these days, when I'm working out and like I get like a pump and like my veins pop out, That's more like a male thing, but I enjoy it. I'm like, oh, that is sexy. It's just something I enjoy. Used to be something I'm like really insecure about, like the size, the look, the fingernails. Now it doesn't matter. It's okay. I'm okay. It's what makes me me. So it's just the way I changed the way I think. So yes, but it's like because my mental health improved a lot. It came with like everything else also improved, including like my self-image. I also think like I don't like how my face looks, but it's fine. Nothing I can do about it. I don't like sometimes like how my skin, like even right now, I don't like how my skin looks. There's like scarring and this and that. I can change it. We'll get there. It's fine. And like the one thing that I do want to say that I still like irks me because it's like something that I hide is the back of my neck, because they're dark. Like the back of my neck is like considered, it was darker before, but like it's still very like kind of dark, and I try to hide it as much as possible because I don't like that. It looks dirty, but it's not dirty. It's just dark skin. It's just hyperpigmentation. So it's like,
is it darker than your face?
yes, it's like gray, like not skin color. It's like black.
Oh.
It's not just dark. It's like a very prominent kind of darkness. I don't know. I mean, oh, I hit my mic. Like my mom said, like it's fine. It doesn't, like it's so much better than before, but I still see it. So it's like my insecurity. It doesn't really bother me sometimes, but sometimes it does bother me. So it's the neck. It's the neck. Anyways, moving on. Do you have a question? Or
Do I have a question? I don't actually. I do not.
you suck. I'll go for the next one. How long do you think you would survive in a zombie apocalypse?
How do I? I haven't really thought about it, but I think it's quite cliche. Just follow the movies.
What do you mean?
Like, just how zombie movies work, how you survive them.
The Asian ones or the American ones?
Any, because it can be, if you think about it, like it can be any type of zombie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait,
Right.
there are types of zombies?
I mean, no, it's like, because like if you think about it, it might start like a virus kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So like viruses can come in different forms.
Uh-huh.
They have different characteristics.
Uh-huh.
So depends.
Okay, let's say in Malaysia right now,
Uh-huh.
a COVID variant. There's actually a Korean drama on this. It was called Happiness, where it's a COVID
Yeah.
variant that made people into zombies. Let's say it won't happen. It won't. But let's say a variant broke out and made people into zombies, and it made people like want to bite each other. And the zombies are not slow; they're fast. How long would you be able to survive until help comes, or would you not survive? That's the premise of the question.
I think I won't survive.
Because
Because Shana, how do you say? I don't really see myself as someone who can protect themselves against a monster.
oh, really?
Yeah. But
Ooh.
circumstances can change depending on the situation. So maybe if it does actually happen, I might actually be able to survive.
Huh. You're thinking. I feel like you're thinking about it way too deeply.
Yeah, I am. Yes, definitely. I am definitely.
Because for me, I think I will be able to survive because I have this it's stupid. It's genuinely really stupid, but like the want to be a superhero, like to the want to be like powerful, fast, and like the kind of it's like a dream that I probably will never achieve. Like whatever. It's not something that I care about. It's just what I mean is I do want that. So I feel like my confidence says you will survive, you know, like because you're like strong and whatever.
Strong, independent woman.
That I am. but however, I will choose to not survive. I will just give myself to the zombies. You know how much anxiety is involved in like trying to save yourself?
Yeah.
Imagine that I have to hide and I'm like, what if they come through here? Like, too much anxiety. I'm an anxious person in general. I don't want to put like that over it. So I'd rather just, here, have me as your next meal. And I'll join the powerful group, which are the zombies. You know, if I die in the end, that's fine. But I'd rather just, yeah. I'd rather not think about like, use my brain to survive. I'd rather go, oh. You get what I mean?
I get what you mean, but like, why are you willing to give yourself like that?
Because I don't want to put in the effort into surviving.
Because of that.
Yeah. Have you watched any of like the Korean zombie drama
I have,
movies?
yes.
What did you
About
watch?
3, 4. Happiness. All of Us Are
Oh,
Dead.
you watched Happiness.
Alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. I didn't. When did you do that?
A while ago.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. But yeah, like, do I really want to go through all that stress, locking my doors, not being able to get food? Do I want to do that? You know, like, what if the electricity shuts down? I, as a human, will be hard for me to survive. You know, without water, because we don't. It's not like we have a lake around here.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to survive. But if I was a zombie, I probably would. You know, provided I still want to look for a human to. But that's easy. I just have to go run after them. You know.
But then, my question is, why, after you become a zombie, right? Why are you willing to die?
If I can be cured, that's good. But if
yeah.
the end product is just, you know, like eradicating the zombies, I wouldn't mind it. Because there's really no reason. It's just that the first reason is I don't want to put in the effort into surviving.
Okay.
So that's the biggest reason. And that's what leads me to say it doesn't matter if I die in the end.
Okay.
I just don't want to be in that like anxious situation. You know, like games like, what are those games? I don't remember the names. I know I used to play this.
Phasmophobia?
No,
No?
a game. I don't remember.
Is it a horror game?
Huh?
Is it a horror game?
It kind of is, but I think it was like zombie related as well. I forgot. I remember. Was I playing it on my phone? You know, where you collect things to survive and you go save people, this and that. Like the game itself stressed me out. It was a zombie game. The game itself, where I have to like shoot and like this and that, and like I have to. This wasn't fighting people. It was fighting zombies, and I have to save other people, and I have to save myself, and like zombies ran here and there. Though that the game itself stressed me out, so I stopped playing it. I wonder what game it was because it was actually really fun, but I got stressed, so I stopped playing it.
Was it on your phone?
I think so. Or was it on the iPad? It wasn't on my laptop. That's for sure.
Then I don't know. I don't know.
I don't remember it. I generally don't remember it. I got it, you know, ads, and I was like, okay, let me play this. Actually, it was a pretty good game, and yeah. Surviving, not an option. I'll just die.
Okay, fair enough.
Too stressful. Okay, stressful situations, not my friend. Okay.
I guess different people have different ways of thinking. Yeah.
So,
Because if it were me, I would definitely try to survive if I could.
if I had the
'cause, you know,
advantage,
if-
I would.
If the world, like, you know, doesn't, what's the word? Doesn't go downhill, doesn't go to hell, doesn't become worse, whatever you want to say. I would definitely think about, like, you know, the future, like, oh, I still want to do this, I still want to do this, I have things to achieve and everything. So yeah, that's my mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get exactly what you mean. But like, if it was right now and I was gonna die due to whatever reason, not because of a zombie, but if I were to like die, I think I'm fine. Because genuinely, I'm like in a mind space where I'm like, I'm okay, I'm happy. So if I die now, it's fine. I still of course want to have like a lot of things that I want to achieve, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm like that right now. I don't know why I'm like that, but it's like a good thing that I'm like that. Yeah. I don't want to die, but if I did, it's okay.
Yeah. I get you. I have a friend who thinks like that as well. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but to me it's a good thing, so it doesn't really matter. Okay.
Yeah.
Final question before we wrap up. What do you think about eating ice cream with your bare hands?
No. No, just nah. I can't. Like, even if I washed my hands, I still would eat ice cream with my hands. No. But if I have to, yes, I would. But if I don't, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. I was like thinking about it because they're like I would drink it like like bowl soup. Like I would like do that, like melt it and then but like scooping it with your hands, one, it's cold. Two, it's messy, sticky. So yeah. So
But
no.
wait, are you talking specifically about melted ice cream?
No,
or-
like just ice cream in general, like a tub ice cream in general.
okay. Right. Yeah.
But like if it's like frozen, as in like like if I could cut it and then pick it up with my fingers and like pop it in my mouth since it's still like frozen, that I wouldn't mind. But like scooping it with my hands like fingers, no. Like fingers, sorry, scooping it with my hands like a spoon, that's no.
Wait. I just thought of something. What if you wore a glove?
Yeah, but it was still like, how can you? It's like trying to pick up water with your hands and drinking it. Like you can do that, but like you can't just.
Yeah.
You can't pick up ice cream like this unless it's in like a big bowl, like, or it's like flowing through a faucet.
Or if it's like just the frozen one.
With gloves, like
Yeah.
as in like
Yeah.
with gloves. I actually
Wait, don't people do that sometimes?
they do.
Like in the shops? They don't?
People eat ice cream
like,
with
I
their
mean,
hands with
if-
gloves.
No, I mean not eat, but like what do you call it? Like they just scoop it to the
Yeah. When they're like, oh no.
like oh, you're lagging a little bit. Hold on.
Okay, it's okay now. How about you?
Can you speak?
Hi.
Okay.
Okay. Sometimes when I do see people like big scoops of ice cream, they scoop it and then they use their hands to like pack it into the scoop some more. Like they do that and then they put it on the cone. But you're not eating it like that. But you're not eating it.
Oh,
like
you're
that.
talking about eating. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
specifically
I
like
guess that's
consuming.
Right. Yeah. Okay. But you're okay with like scooping it with your hand, or no?
If it's frozen.
Oh,
if it's melted, no. If it's melted,
it's
I'd rather
frozen,
drink it
yeah,
like a
okay.
smoothie.
Fair enough.
But I really like your reaction when I asked the question. Your brain was like, no.
Because in my head it's like, why would someone do that? Like it just you have
Yeah,
a
why would
spoon or a cone maybe.
It's just a question. It's
Why
just
would
a
you
question that I
have-
came up with. Oh, we have the answer now. No, I would rather not. Unless like specific circumstances. Yeah. Okay.
course.
Okay.
It always depends on the circumstance.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to add before we conclude?
No, not really. No.
Okay then. So, hopefully people watch. If you're here till the end, thank you. Fuad and I are really, really grateful.
Thank you very much.
So
for
we're trying to
watching.
make this a thing. Yeah. So our handles
Yes.
and my podcast will be down below. We should come up with a name. Hopefully it's displayed on the screen. I'll put it on top if we already have one. And
Maybe if the viewers can give us ideas for names,
if we
maybe.
don't have one by the time we upload
Yeah.
this. Yeah. So
Yes.
also please, it's a request, like and subscribe. Can't believe I'm saying this. It has come to this foot. But yes, like and subscribe.
Yes.
It'll help out a lot because we want to go places with this thing. Ambitions. But yes, like and subscribe. Our handles, IG,
Subscribes.
Twitter, whatever, will be in the description below. And yeah, catch you guys on the next one. Say bye, Foot.
Thank you for watching. Bye bye.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Bye.